And I think they got some money from that. Decided to come back here and operate a hotel, but it was a losing thing. This is his mother.
I can shoot it from here. Very fun. Very good.
This is another picture of the hotel below.
Well, that's that style. That's probably 1800s, huh? 1800s for sure. The bustle and all that good stuff. So.
Yeah, but we're talking about when they were. Yeah. I think we're a little later than that.
Something interesting. Hope this takes. Mary O'Neill, huh? It was Mary O'Neill? That was her name? I've ever been brother.
No, that's the person who wrote this.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of it off my computer, but I don't.
Bob was actually supposed to be a singer in it. Thought Ray was just not that great. That's how things were told to me, you know. Although it didn't work out that way.
Ray had the good fortune to sing with Glenn Miller.
You better believe it, right? All his songs are, you know, most of them are on YouTube, on internet. You can see all the video there.
There's a Curtis Short who was a broadcaster out in Texas, and he thought Ray was the greatest ever, and he did a lot of things. He did on a station out there, he recorded it, and we have a tape from it that I put on a disc later. That was the 33rd anniversary of the disappearance of Glenn Miller. He
was fired too, wasn't he?
Who?
Ray.
Oh.
From the band.
Well, that's not the way he tells it.
That's where I read something like that. I don't know if I gotta find out.
His story is basically that
he missed something. I think he missed the.
No, what happened is he didn't get a check for the movie. I think it's Orchestra Wives.
Okay.
Where he sang it last, and he didn't get a check for that, and so he quit.
Milton Berle was in one of those movies too, you know, and that's where I guess the problem came with Bob.
Here's some more of the.
You know what? I know some of these. They were really handsome-looking guys too.
Yeah. Really
good looking. Tall, good looking for that. Yeah. Boy, isn't that something? So, one of the sisters is carrying on a tradition, right? One's still singing. One of the girls. She's got a web page. All that. Is it Jan or something like that?
That's Ray's daughter.
Ray's daughter.
Yeah.
About a year ago, I got a hold of another Everly from online from classmates, and she says just where she's located here. They're located, and that's why I said, well, why don't I come back here and check this out? I've never been up this area before in my life, but I think it's really nice. A nice, quiet little place.
I've forgotten what all's in here.
Oh, I hear something trivia for you. That's about Bing Crosby. I lived Tacoma, Washington. That's the birthplace of Bing Crosby.
I don't know anything really.
This one, you know, I can shoot this, but you know what? How do you accumulate all these clippings?
This is some stuff we got in the family.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I just hope it holds up. I don't know.
Everly claimed as future star by Bing Crosby.
That's really nice,
Bob.
Huh?
Yeah.
Even his brother Bob Crosby never made it either. He tried to.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about Bob Everly.
Bob Everly, right. Really interesting. Really interesting.
Bob was in a lot of the, I guess, school plays and things that they did at the time.
He went to school here locally?
Yes, St. Mary's Academy.
Is it still here?
Yes, the building's still here, but they've sold it and they've got a new building beyond it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he came You said you came down 22 from Cambridge?
Yeah.
You drove by it.
Did I?
Yeah. It's where you came down a fairly steep hill coming into the village.
I guess so.
You know, we're only talking about a quarter of a mile or so before you got here.
Okay. Well, Bob, you say he more or less hit it big before his brother did, right?
Yeah. The story is that Ray went down to visit his brother in New York City one weekend, and he walked by a table where Glenn Miller and I think Jimmy Dorsey's manager were sitting, and Glenn says, "You know, I see Bob up there, but I would have sworn that's him that just walked by me." And he said, "That's his younger brother."
Is that right?
And so the next morning, Saturday morning, he's got Ray in there to see if he can sing or not.
Did you ever have any experience before that? Singing?
No. You know, other than maybe, you know, in I guess the family, you know, sang a lot, you know, kind of things, and did that, but nothing professional. Because Bob was on I think the early amateur hour thing.
Ted Mack.
Ted Mack. And I think he won when he was on.
Did they speak German at all?
Not that I know. I won't say they never did, but...
Very good.
But the stuff
that's quite a array. Yeah, I think I seen an old... it was about a couple of years ago. I found one of his last singing ventures. Right, he was very sick. He was singing on a stage. You know, we had these programs about the old time music. Yeah.
They had a few years back a big band weekend where a lot of the Everly's family that was still alive was still here. And I think Bob Jr. was here. That's Ray, I'm pretty sure.
Is Bob's wife still living?
I don't know.
I don't want to go to the city. I'll get someone to do that for me. I videotape and tape everything, but I don't want to go down to the city. Just want to go there at all. I'd like to see Bob's. I've seen it online, more or less his plot. You know.
Yeah. I don't know what else is in here. It's been a while since I've...
These newspaper clippings, are they from a local newspaper? Or newspaper, you know where they come from?
I don't think they were local. I think these were some of them done by the family.
Oh, okay.
That they left here for sort of...
I just want to get these in focus so I can probably freeze the frame and be able to read this stuff.
Why don't I do this one for you?
Yeah, thank you. Did they play any instruments, like, or is that, or they just hamming it up, like, you know, any idea?
Bob played guitar and banjo.
You did?
We got pictures of him with guitar and banjo, and I think he was...
They were handsome guys. They were really handsome. I probably the whole family that way, you know, good looking like that.
Yeah. In addition to Al, I know there's a niece that's still here just outside Hoosick Falls.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I look it up, but what's the meaning of that, Hoosick Falls? A person's name?
No. I think it's an Indian name, but I don't know what it means. And there's a whole bunch of different, you know, like Owl Valley or Rocky Place, or, you know.
I came from up throughway, and I came across 7 up this way.
Yeah.
And there's a Hoosick Falls or something like that. Before you get here, there's like a township or something like that. I took a couple pictures there, and they said, no, the Hoosick Falls is a few more miles than on 7 on the right side. Is
well, 7's just down couple miles from here, and you're on 7.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So, I got it. There's something here. Yep. You think that, well, they were in like a movie. It was like one of those Glenn Miller movies. Milton Berle was in it. Well, I know Bob Everly was, at least. I don't know about Ray at all. I got Ray singing. You can get that on, like I say, on YouTube. Most of their music live, you know, they're singing right there. Yeah. Very good. Maybe I can freeze these pictures, print them, then save them again. That's what I'm planning on doing. After, did they want us to finish show business to come back home here, or what happened? Any idea?
They never came back here. They came just to visit, but they never moved back. They were elsewhere. Bob came back because part of it is I was in the Air Force for 20 years, so I left this area. Bob came back and they had a special evening up at St. Mary's where he sang, and that may have been one of the village anniversaries.
You were in the Air Force too? I'm retired from the Air Force. You see, you were in the Air Force?
Yes.
I was too. I'm going to supply them to OSI. I had a pretty good job. Pretty dangerous job at that time. Very good.
I was an aircraft maintenance officer.
I
was an aircraft maintenance officer. That was.
Oh, with airplanes. Okay. Do you have any connection yet? You're far from it, huh?
Haven't really been near an airplane since I left the Air Force.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And what about the love affair between Bob and what's her name? What's the blonde singer? What's her name again? They had something going. I read many things about that. What's they sang "I'm a Pole" and all these songs together.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was something great fellow there too. He was a genius too, Tex Beneke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you born and raised there?
I'm born in Troy.
Oh, Troy.
Because that's where the doctor that my mother had, that was where he had the There was a place here in Hoosick Falls, but the doctor here didn't make my mother happy, so.
Did anyone other than these two brothers put this town on the map, so to speak? Anyone else?
Well, the earlier thing, and it's the one that made the town grow, was Walderay Wood, the Walderay Wood Mowing and Reaping Machine Company.
Okay.
He started about. He probably started production in 1853. And at one time, his factory, by the time he died, and he had 2,000 workers.
Is the factory still here?
No, it's all gone. It's
gone.
There were 2 fires while he was living, and then he died in 1895, and the company went under in 1923. It was after World War II. There was no farmer. The wood company was primarily overseas, European markets, and nobody in Europe was buying anything. And when nobody's buying products, you can't stay in business very long.
That's right. This kind of town is more a conservative type town.
I don't know. See, one of the things this has been a mill town because there were cotton factories before wood, and then wood came here.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a bunch of factories that deal with plastics in the 30s. And in the 60s, Cleveland Dodge did a lot of things with Teflon and started a bunch of stuff. And one of those factories is still going. Some of the stuff it was sold to another company, and they ran out of money and sold it off. So it's been split up and handled, passed on to other companies over the years. And some of them, like one of them, moved down to North Carolina and some other things.